Elizabeth Mungno was walking Tonka around her wooded property in rural New Jersey when the one-year-old dog spotted a deer and decided to chase it. Tonka likes to roam free in the 3 to 4 acre land divided among a handful of homeowners, and he usually comes back within seconds. But when he dashed into the woods Wednesday evening, he didn't return. She screamed for Tonka to come back, and about 30 seconds after her dog took off, she heard a yelp. She knew Tonka was hurt and thought he had been bitten by another animal. About 10 minutes later, her husband found Tonka lying on the ground about 50 feet from their property line. He'd been shot with a bow, directly into the heart. Tonka tried to walk home, Mungno said, but he didn't make it. "It didn't occur to me that there's a hunter in the woods," Mungno told the Washington Post. "I started screaming." Police said Tonka was killed by a crossbow hunter who mistook the 95-pound Alaskan Shepherd with white and gray fur for a coyote chasing a deer. The hunter, Romeo Antonucci, was licensed to hunt and was within the proper distance from houses when he fired his bow, police said. But Antonucci has been charged with careless discharge of a weapon and damage to property. In this case, Tonka was considered property. A spokesman for the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection told NJ.com. Antonucci, of Kenilworth, New Jersey, did not respond to requests for comment. Bow hunters in New Jersey are allowed to hunt deer as long as they're 150 feet from residences. The state legislature passed a bill in 2010 to shorten the minimum distance requirement from 450 feet to 150 feet in an effort to curb the deer population. State law also allows hunters to shoot coyotes. Only bows are allowed during the fall hunting season, which began this month. Firearms and bows are permitted from November to March. Mungno said Antonucci is a relative of one of her neighbors who gave him permission to hunt on their property, which is not far from Mungno's. She said she and the other neighbors should have been made aware that somebody was hunting on the property, which is dotted with 5 houses, so that they knew to be more careful. "We didn't know that there was anybody hunting. Children played in those woods," Mungno said. "It didn't even occur to us that anybody would even hunt there because it's a small piece of property." Mungno said she is not against hunting. Though she doesn't hunt, her husband is an avid hunter. "If the rule is 150 feet, and that is what it is, that's fine," she said. "But we have the right to know if somebody is hunting in the property adjacent to us. It never occurred to us that we needed to have hunting laws for our backyard." She also criticized Antonucci for mistaking her dog for a coyote. "If he couldn't tell the difference between a dog and a coyote, he should not have a weapon. You need to know your target," she said. Mungno's family got Tonka last year, when he was still a puppy. The beloved dog had become Mungno's 3rd child and her little boy's best friend. "I will never forgive myself for letting him get away from me. My poor kids couldn't be more broken, especially my 9-year-old. Tonka put so many smiles on so many faces. His lovable, goofy personality made everyone around him happy," Mungno wrote on Facebook. Mungno's Facebook profile is filled with pictures of Tonka with her children. One photo showed Tonka sleeping in the car with Mungno's son, 9-year-old James, and her daughter, 3-year-old Lauren. James was resting his head on Tonka, who was curled up in the middle seat between him and his little sister. Another photo showed a younger and smaller Tonka sitting on the couch with his tongue sticking out, as James lay next to him with a big smile on his face. "My son cried himself to sleep every night," Mungno said. James skipped school last Friday because he knew his friends and classmates would ask about what happened to his dog, Mungno said, but he didn't want to talk about Tonka. Read more.